Hey guys, I'm Ezzy from my weekly and welcome to this Warlords General Rating Guide. Today we'll be taking a look at Operator Thogar in Heroic Blackrock Foundry. Now keep in mind that these tactics can also be applied to the normal version. The Operator encounter is mainly an environmental and ad encounter, but before we get to that, let's go over Thogar's abilities. The first is Enkindle, which is a stacking dot on the tank, increasing the damage taken from Enkindle by 35% for 25 seconds. Now this will require a tank swap after the second stack. The second ability is Prototype Pulse Grenade, which is a grenade you simply need to move out of or you'll take damage. And then his final ability is Berated. This will increase the damage, movement speed and haste of all the ads, and also decrease their casting speed. There's nothing you can do about this ability at all, but it does indicate the importance of killing the ads when they appear. So the challenge of this encounter is that you're fighting on 4 train tracks, and trains will ride over these, killing you if you get hit. Some of the trains will pass right through, but some will stop and bring ads to deal with. And not only that, but the trains are solid, which means that if they spawn ads, you will not be able to move through the trains to the other side of the room. You will have to kill all of the ads from a train before the train moves away. I will explain how these work, but after the recording of this video, one guild member informed me of the add-on Thogar Assist, which will warn you well enough in advance on which tracks the trains are coming, and if they'll bring any ads along and which type of ads they are. So this is an add-on you might want to look into. Moving forward, we'll give each track a number. The closest track to the boss is track 1, the next one is track 2, and so forth. The track closest to the raid when you enter the room is track 4. The doors on the sides of the room will open up before trains actually come through them, and this means that you can watch which tracks the train will ride over, and you can move off of those tracks. Although ads will continue to spawn throughout the encounter, at the 2 and 6 minute marks, fully sized trains will bring ads on tracks 2 and 3. Now this makes you have to split up the raid into 2 groups to stand on tracks 1 and 4 to kill off the ads and make the trains on tracks 2 and 3 leave again. Now this also means that one of the 2 groups will have to take the boss with them, so a tank swap right before the split happens would be a good start from 0 stacks on the tank that takes the boss. In practice, dodging the trains is actually pretty easy, especially due to the queue from the doors opening. The only thing you would otherwise be unaware of is the split on the 2 and 6 minute marks. So which ads will you have to contend with? The first type of ad is the Iron Gunnery Sergeant. These will spawn on tracks 1 and 4 and stay on top of the train. This means that only the ranged can take these out. Now the Gunnery Sergeants will fire a delayed siege bomb targeting a specific player. This will follow the player around until it lands, meaning that that player should kite it away from the other players. After it lands, it will do damage, and after 30 seconds it will explode in a 9-yard radius. The 2 cannon fodder ads are Crack Shots and Raiders. Crack Shots deal physical damage to their target and will throw grenades if no one is in melee range. At the same time, the Raiders will put a bleed dot on their target and again throw grenades if no one is in melee range. So obviously they should be picked up, and if they do throw grenades, dodge them. Now there are 2 more types of ads, and these are both important to kill as soon as possible, with the first one being the most important. Firemenders cast an interruptible AoE heal, which will need to be interrupted. And once again, they also throw grenades if no one is in melee range, but really these have to die. And then lastly, the Men-at-Arms will deal a lot of AoE damage to the entire raid, and have a Reckless Slash, with which they will charge to the location of a random raider, and deal damage to everyone within the 7-yard range. So to deal with this, just have a simple slight spread. If you prioritize the ads, avoid the trains, stay out of grenades, and can spread your raid into 2 groups for the 2 and 6 minute marks, then you shouldn't have much trouble dealing with this boss. So to recap this encounter: tank swap on 2 stacks of Enkindle, move away from grenades, and always prioritize ads, especially the Firemenders, and be sure to interrupt them and then kill the Men-at-Arms, and the ranged players will need to kill the Gunnery Sergeants. If you get targeted by a delayed siege bomb, kite it away from the rest of the raid and preferably to the sides. The full-length trains will come at the 2 and 6 minute marks, which means your raid will have to be split into 2 groups, with one fighting on track 1 and one fighting on track 4. And that pretty much covers it. So if you like this rating guide, please comment, subscribe and click on the like button. If you would like to keep up with when new videos come out, but you don't have a YouTube account, you can also follow us on Facebook or Twitter at facebook.com/wowweekly or twitter.com/bbmezzy. Also be sure to check out our website wowweekly.net, where you can find written content as well. For now, I'm Mezzy, and I'll see you again next time.